Hi, welcome to Nagesh Biology online classes. Those who have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe to get newly uploading videos. Today, I am going to explain some important questions, whatever given in the NCERT textbook questions. The topic sexual reproduction in flowering plants. In this topic, in the concept of this chapter, there are different questions are there, but answers are not there in the textbook. For those questions, I am going to give the clarity about for each and every question. The first question, have you heard of floriculture? The floriculture, it is branch of botany. The definition of the floriculture, cultivation of flower yielding and ornamental plants is called floriculture. It's one branch of botany. If a farmer, if anybody will cultivate flower yielding plants or ornamental plants, the branch of botany is known as floriculture. Second question, can you name the two parts of a flower in which the two most important units of sexual reproduction develop? In a flower, a complete flower, it consists of four important parts or whorls. The first whorl, calyx. Second whorl is known as corolla. Third whorl is known as androecium. Fourth whorl is known as gynoecium. Among all these four important whorls, the mainly two important whorls or two important units play important role in sexual reproduction. Androecium, it consists of stamens. It is male reproductive organ of the flower. It play important role in sexual reproduction. Gynoecium, it made up of carpels or pistils. It is female reproductive organ of the flower. These are the most important parts of the flower, play important role in reproduction. The third question, can you think of how tapetal cells could become binucleate cells? The tapetum or tapetal cells, that is inner most important layer of the anther wall. What anther wall, it consists of four important the layers. Outside, epidermis. Second layer, endothecium. Third layer, middle layers. But below the middle layers, there will be one more important layer, that is tapetum or tapetal cells. Question, how tapetal cells becomes bi or multinucleated condition? The majority of the plants tapetal cells, if you will observe, tapetal cells in majority of plants, if you will observe, tapetal cells, each cell consists of two nuclei. Few cells also consist more than two nuclei. How binucleated condition is occurred in tapetal cells? One tapetal cell, that is innermost layer of the anther wall. The initial, it consists of one single nucleus. It is a cell of the tapetal cells that consists of one single nucleus. That cell, it undergoes mitotic division. But in the mitosis, only karyokinesis occurs without cytokinesis. So here, this nucleus, it undergoes karyokinesis and it produces two nuclei. But after formation of two nuclei, the cytokinesis not occur. Due to lack of cytokinesis, due to absence of cytokinesis, each cell consists two nuclei. Due to failure of cytokinesis, each cell consists two nuclei. Like this binucleated condition formed in tapetal. Fourth question, what would be the ploidy of the cells of a tetrad? Pollen mother cell undergoes meiosis or reductional division to produce pollen tetrad. It is pollen tetrad. This pollen tetrad, it consists of four cells, but they are asking about the ploidy of the pollen tetrad. Ploidy of the pollen tetrad, that is haploid. So this is total pollen tetrad. Each pollen tetrad, it develops 4 pollen grains. The ploidy of the pollen tetrad is haploid. Fifth question. Why do you think the exine should be hard? Exine, that is outer layer of the pollen grain, that is made up of organic material sporopollenin, because pollen grains, they are protected from adverse, abnormal, unfavorable conditions. That's why outer layer, that is exine, is this is very hard layer. Next, what is the function of germ pore? Now once if you will see the pollen grain, so here certain places exine is not found. It is the pollen grain. Exine is not found at certain places. This particular, the small gap wherever exine is absent, that particular area is known as germ pore. Germ pore helps to emerging of pollen tube at the time of pollen germination. This pollen grain after falling on the stigma of the flower. So here pollen tube emerge. It comes outside through germ pore. If germ pore is not found on the pollen grain, pollen tubes will not come outside. It's highly impossible for fertilization process. What is the importance of the MMC undergoing meiosis? So megaspore mother cell. Why megaspore mother cell undergoes meiosis? The megaspore mother cell, that is developed inside the ovule. Each megaspore mother cell that undergoes meiosis or reductional division to produce 4 haploid megaspores. Usually one single megaspore, that is haploid, that develops into embryo sac or female gametophyte. That embryo sac consists of egg cell, synergids, antipodals, and the central cell, which consists of 2 polar nuclei. The main purpose to undergoing meiosis, that megaspore mother cell, to produce haploid megaspores. In this, usually in monosporic development type, 3 megaspores will degenerate. 1 megaspore that will enlarges and develops into embryo sac or female gametophyte. 8th question. What will be the ploidy of the following cells? Nucellus, that is diploid tissue. MMC, megaspore mother cell, that is also diploid. Functional megaspore, that is haploid. Female gametophyte or embryo sac, that is found inside the ovule, that is also haploid. 9th question. Do you think that clistogamesis advantages or disadvantages to the plant, and why? So clistogamy, unopened flowers, like there are some plant flowers, they do not open. Example, viola, that is also called common pansy, and Commalina bengalensis, oxalis. These plant flowers, they do not open. They are closed flowers. But whatever pollination occurs within that closed flower or unopened flower, that is clistogamy. There are some advantages are there, disadvantages are there. But advantages, assured seed set even in the absence of pollinator. Closed flower, it is closed. There is no need to visit pollinator, because pollinator cannot enter into the flower. So but even absence of pollinator, compulsory seed will form, because the closed flower pollen grains, whenever they are released from the anther, directly falls on the stigma of the flower, that is within flower. So automatic 100% seeds will be formed in that flower without pollinator. But normal chasmogamous flowers they open. But here if the pollinator compulsory needed, that may be abiotic or biotic pollinator. Absence of pollinator, there is no chance of formation of seeds in chasmogamous flowers. It is in clistogamous flowers, absence of pollinator, 100% seeds will be formed. But that is advantage. So flower no need to produce more pollen grains. The closed flower, pollinators not involving. So flower produces a few number, very less number of pollen grains are produced in the flower. To occur self-pollination, cleistogamy. There are some disadvantages also there. Immunity to disease decrease. Resistance power of the plant decrease. Both wind and water pollinated flowers are not very colorful and do not produce nectar. What would be the reason for this? But here there is no use of color. There is no use of nectar to attract wind and water. Next, 11th question. Endosperm development precedes embryo development. Why? Endosperm develops earlier than embryo because endosperm only provides nourishment to developing embryo. In all plants, endosperm develops before embryo development because endosperm, it has to provide nourishment, nutrients, food materials to developing embryo. So compulsory in all plants, before embryo development only endosperm is formed. Next question. Split open some seeds of castor, peas, beans, groundnut, fruits of coconut and look for the endosperm in each case. They are given some plants, we have to split and we have to identify whether they consist endosperm or not. So here coconut, castor, both they are endospermic seeds because they consist endosperm, that is triploid tissue. Next, these endospermic seeds also called albuminous seeds. But whereas pulses like pea, beans and groundnut, all these are non-endospermic seeds, they do not consist endosperm. So these are also called ex-albuminous seeds.